Hello, my friends. I am Eliza Boné, and I live in Oregon in the United States. I am so happy to be joining you today to teach you about some basic things regarding essential oils. I have been using oils since 2015, and I love them so much. They help my health in so many different ways that I started to teach others about essential oils. And right now, this is something that I am very excited to be sharing with you today, because just like it helped my health emotionally as well as physically, I'm hoping that what you learn will give you hope so that you can start your journey on having greater wellness in your life as well. And so I used to have a lot of sad feelings, a lot of anxious feelings, terrible pain, stomach problems, so much that I can't even begin to tell you how many health challenges I faced. But when I started using my vitamins from doTERRA, and I'll teach you what that word means in just a moment, and I started using my essential oils from doTERRA, little by little, I got better and better and better and was able to discontinue a lot of my medication. And so I am not a doctor and I am not licensed to practice medicine. What I am teaching you here today is based on my training, my education, my personal experience, the experience of many others. And so you always want to work with your doctor to ensure that this is a good fit for you. So I'm going to start the class and we're going to cover part 1 of essential oils. I will be sharing my screen so that you can see the presentation and all the information I want to share with you. So this is Essential Oils Made Easy, part 1. And I love this quote by Hippocrates. He was a Greek physician from ancient times, and he is known as the father of modern medicine. And so one of the thoughts that he had was that the greatest medicine of all was to teach people how not to need it. He was a big proponent of natural medicine and using plants for their medicinal properties. Once again, I am Eliza Boné, and I am a certified essential oil educator and a wellness advocate and lifestyle coach. So we're going to get started with learning what are essential oils and what are the 3 cool things about them. And the whole purpose is to empower you, to give you knowledge and education so that you can see what other alternatives might be available to help and supporting your health goals. So let's get started with the first cool thing about essential oils is that they are safe. They are natural. You don't have to worry about negative side effects or addictions. Also, these are extracts from plants with incredible benefits. Now, the type of oil we used is called CPTG. That is a certified pure tested grade essential oil, which makes these oils beyond organic. They're very pure, very potent. We'll learn about that as well, and completely natural. Now, many of us have been using herbs for many years. We use them for tea. Sometimes we take them in supplements. However, you're going to learn how essential oils are 50 to 70 times more potent than herbs. And oils have been around for thousands of years. They were given to Jesus as a child. If you recall, he was given frankincense and myrrh. And even Cleopatra from Egypt, she used to use frankincense and geranium to beautify her skin. And Hippocrates from Greece, he used to use the oil of oregano in his practice to help his patients. So oils are not new. We may not be familiar with them, but they have been around for thousands of years and been used throughout many, many cultures. The oils that I use and the only ones that I will share with my friends and my family are doTERRA. The word doTERRA is a Latin word that means gift of the earth. And that's exactly what these oils are. They are taken from the plants and the gifts that God has given us so that we can use their amazing health benefits. Now, what is an essential oil? Well, they are natural aromatic compounds, right, that have a scent. They're extracted and they're distilled from plants. They can be in actual plants like the leaves. They can be found in flowers, in seeds, in the rind of the fruits like the citrus fruits. They're even in grasses and in roots and in tree barks and stems. They are just incredible compounds that have natural plant medicine. And each plant, each oil is going to have very different and complex properties that help the plant. They protect the plant, they restore it, they fortify it, they even help with the pollen process. Now, what I love is that your body doesn't build up a resistance, because with modern medication, we have to increase the dosage, change the medication. After a while, even that doesn't work. With the complexity found in nature, your body doesn't build up that resistance, which is really awesome. And the oils from the plant are usually steam distilled or they're cold pressed. Now I'm going to give you an example of how an oil is extracted. Here we have a peppermint leaf. When that leaf is magnified, you'll notice that the leaf contains these little creamy sacs. And inside of these sacs is the essential oil of the plant. If you have ever taken a little piece of plant, rosemary, mint, any type of plant, and you rub it between your fingers, what happens? You can smell the aroma. Maybe you can even feel a little bit of wet moisture on your fingertips. Well, when you do this, it's because you broke those essential oil sacs right here. And then that released the aroma, the smell, and the properties of that oil. So when you distill an oil, you are extracting everything that's in these sacs, and then they bottle it. And so you get a concentrated essential oil from the various plants. Now here I'm going to give you an example of an oil which is called peppermint. It's exactly the plant that's in the image. And so peppermint is very energizing. It helps you feel more alert and awake. It also opens up your airways, your sinuses. It can cool the body down if you have a fever, or maybe for women that are going through change of life and menopause, they can get the hot flashes. Well, peppermint can cool the body down. It's also great for head tension and if you have tummy trouble. So how would we use this peppermint? Well, I will teach you later on in the next part how to use oils. But very briefly, I'm going to just show you. I'm going to open my bottle of peppermint and you can take a deep breath. You could put a drop in your hands, just one drop, and you rub your hands together, and then you take some nice deep breaths. Oh, it's so refreshing. It smells marvelous. And then if you have some head tension, you can put a little bit on your forehead, right here on the sides, or on the back of your neck. Cross your arms. Okay. It's a wonderful way to cool down your body and feel refreshed and energized and invigorated. So we're going to move on to learn more about the safety of the oils we're using. Now, there are in the United States and in other parts of the world, a lot of different types of oils that are sold online or they're sold in stores. However, the majority of those oils are synthetic, which means they are made with toxic chemicals that are not going to benefit your health. They can be found in candles, in air fresheners, in car fresheners, even in perfume. And so these are not very good for you at all. You want to avoid those. The other type is for food. So if you buy candy or gum or a soda, sometimes they will add essential oil flavorings. Again, these are not the type that we're talking about, okay? Those are just to flavor food. Then you have another type of oil called therapeutic. Now, these are not regulated by the government, and we just don't know what people are putting in their bottles. There's no guarantee that what the label says is actually inside that bottle. And so the quality can be compromised. And even though they may have some benefit, we just don't know exactly how they're being harvested. So there could be harmful bacteria. They might be mixed with other things that aren't good for you. They might be very diluted. And you also have to consider some of the other factors like how were they distilled, when they were transported, did they get damaged in the process? So many factors that affect the potency and the strength and the benefit of an oil. And so those are not oils we want to use for our health. However, the oils that we use, doTERRA, these oils are certified pure, tested grade, which means that they have been verified not only by doTERRA labs, but they've also been verified by a neutral third independent party. And this is the Aromatic Plant Research Center. They test all of our oils and they have to be 100% pure in order to get the certification of CPTG. And so the other fabulous thing about our oils is that all of our plants are coming from their indigenous lands. They're coming from those ideal growing conditions where the soil, the rain, the seasons, the nutrients that are in that area, even the elevation in which a plant is growing, all of that contributes to the potency and the great chemical benefits found in these plants. And so we get our oils from all over the world. We get our frankincense from Oman and Somaliland and Ethiopia. Our lavender, it comes from Bulgaria and from France. Our lemon comes from Italy. And so our oils are coming from all over the world. And I love that we have very strict, stringent testing practices. So our oils are not 90% pure, not 99% pure. Our oils are 100% pure. So you can use them with confidence and with that knowing that they are truly safe. The second cool thing about essential oils is that they're very, very effective. Our body is made up of trillions of cells, and oftentimes we don't get better or don't see a benefit because medication can't reach deep down to the cellular level. Our body is constantly under threat, right? So I'm going to give you an example. When we get a bacterial infection, the doctor will give us antibiotics. And so bacteria, they live outside of our cell. So the medication comes and it can kill it. However, if you have a virus like the common cold, a virus usually lives inside the cell. And so medication can't get in because there's this wall that's protecting the inside of the cell. And so they usually can't do anything and tell you to let your body fight it, and they send you home with maybe something for the symptoms. However, essential oils are very similar to the human cells and the human tissues. And so the essential oils are very compatible and they're recognized by our cells, and they are allowed to get deep inside, past the cell membrane, deep into the cell. And so then we get support and benefits from inside out. And that is something super incredible and so important, because that's what we want. We don't want something that's just going to mask our problems or something that's going to be a band-aid or a temporary solution. We want to get down deep into the cellular structure to start getting the benefits from inside out. Now, I want to share a very important oil with you that has incredible benefits, and it's an oil that I use every single day, and it is called On Guard. On Guard is our protective blend, which helps to build up our immune system. It has very high antioxidant properties. Antioxidants are very important to reduce the oxidative stress that our body goes through, to build up and boost the immune system. And so if you start to feel uncomfortable because maybe you're getting a sore throat, or you have a little bit of sniffles, or you feel like you're coming down with something, On Guard is a great oil to help your body recuperate faster and to fight off some of those foreign invaders. But On Guard is also great to cleanse and disinfect the air in your home if you have a diffuser, and I'm going to talk about a diffuser soon. And it can also disinfect your hands. This is a blend that has several oils in one bottle. So this blend has wild orange, clove, cinnamon leaf, cinnamon bark, rosemary, and eucalyptus. And all of these oils have a variety of properties to support your immune response. So I take it every day to build up my immune system, especially now that we have so many threats that we're facing. And then if I start to feel a little unwell and like I'm coming down with something, I'll just increase my dosage and my frequency to help me overcome that a lot faster. So I am so convinced, because so many times I have been able to ward off a lot of different threats. And if I do get a threat, then I'm able to heal a lot faster using the On Guard. Now, the third cool thing that is really, really awesome about essential oils is that they are economical. Up front, it's a little bit of an investment sometimes, depending on what you decide to get. However, you need a small quantity in order to start reaping some of those benefits. They are more affordable than traditional medical care, and each dose is usually, in the United States, pennies per dose. You can save so much when you have a natural wellness cabinet in your home, instead of having to make an appointment, wait in line, pay for the doctor, pay for the medication. All of that adds up, not only in time, but also in money. When you have a natural wellness cabinet at home, you can address about 80% of different health issues that come up for individuals on a regular basis. And look at the concentration of the oils. 1 drop of oil, so we're going to take peppermint as an example. 1 drop of peppermint oil is equivalent to 28 cups of peppermint tea. That's how much you'd have to drink in order to get the same benefit and the same properties as 1 drop. The other cool thing about essential oils is that I mentioned how they're a lot more potent than herbs. Well, what happens with dry herbs is that as they dry, they lose about 90% of their oxygen and their healing properties. And we're left with 10% of benefit. However, essential oils, when you cold press them, when you distill them, you are not damaging those properties. You're not losing those benefits. And so that's another reason that they are so effective and economical. So I hope that you enjoyed this introduction to essential oils. This is part 1. I wanted to just tell you a little bit about what oils are and the 3 cool things about them. In part 2, I'm going to teach you how to use them. So stay tuned for that.